Test. Ah, ça marche. Bonjour. I know, it's been a while, but I have some good excuses for this. First of all, I present to you Kitten. Didn't find the name yet, but it's so cute. I found him and just take a look at this beauty. He's so beautiful. Anyway, I downloaded this, Warthunder Mobile. And to be fair with you boys, yeah, I'm also sick. As I was saying, I downloaded a new game, Warthunder Mobile, and I gotta be honest, it's been a great journey so far. So basically, you already know probably of Warthunder, which is the biggest competitor of World of Tanks PC and World of Tanks Blitz that didn't have a direct competitor yet on mobile. Warthunder decided to launch their own original game on mobile as well, available on Android and iOS, and basically now we have Warthunder Mobile. And I know that a lot of Warthunder players are not really into the mobile version because obviously when you're playing Warthunder you're playing for realism, but I gotta be honest, this is some pretty cool game and today we're gonna review it totally for free. Obviously I'm not sponsored, it's just that I feel like it could be interesting as a World of Tanks Blitz veteran player to give you my insight on what playing Warthunder Mobile looks like and is it going to be an enjoyable experience for those of you that might or not get into it as well as World of Tanks Blitz. So let's dive in. First thing first, I want to talk about the overall aspects of the game, starting with the tech tree. Basically, you have to get through different levels, and at each level, you will have the possibility of buying new tanks, and you will kind of be forced to buy said tanks, because if you don't, you can't upgrade to the next level. Basically, when you go from level 1 to level 2, you need to buy a level 2 tank, and as long as you don't buy a level 2 tank, you will not be able to gain any experience to get to level 3. It's kind of a dumb way to make you spend money, to be fair, because the premium system is so horrific because making money is extremely difficult in this game. But if it's the only downside, sign me in. Every time you get a new tank, you have the possibility of either getting the regular version or the premium one. The premium one getting you more experience and obviously more credits. I would not recommend doing it with the vast majority of tanks because usually when they are releasing premium tanks, real premium tanks this time that are coming into the shop, those tanks are way better and at a much cheaper price than the premium version of already existing tank. Like it works the same as enrichment in World of Tanks Blitz, right? Now we're gonna talk about how it works, because in this game you do not buy one tank, you buy 4 tanks for the price of 1, because it's working through the principle platoons. What do I mean? I mean that every time you buy 1 platoon of tank, you will have the possibility of playing 4 tanks in the battle, even if you will have to choose between 3, but we'll get past that right after. And finally, as I mentioned, the freaking problem of that game is the economy, which totally sucks. So if you don't equip boosters to make some credits, you are definitely in for one hell of a horrible time if you want to grind as fast as possible. Now let's dive into the gameplay. Basically, this game has everything I was dreaming World of Tanks Blitz of having. It has ATGMs, it has regular shell, it has overpressure mechanisms, it has also that one shot, one kill mentality. It kind of feels like a battle royale when you're playing on this game, because obviously every time you take a shot, your chances of dying are close to 90%. So most of the time it's either you see the opponents before they see you and you shoot before them, or you die. Simple as that. But that's what makes this game quite interesting in my opinion. Wait, give me 2 seconds because I feel like she's gonna shit on the freaking desk, and this is something I do not accept. She just shat. Anyway, so I was saying, you have this really rich gameplay which makes you want to buy pretty much every single tank this game has to offer, because, for example, at the same level, you will have the possibility of playing maybe a tank that is equipped with ATGMs only, so anti-tank guided missiles, or you can go for another tank, a more traditional one, that is equipped with regular shell but has a penetration so crazy that you definitely have a laser gun in your hands. And this is what makes it a really rich game and and probably un jeu prometteur. Comment on dit un jeu prometteur? Regardez, hein, un jeu prometteur. And this is what makes it a promising game, because it has all of these little aspects that are making it incredible. And I'm only talking about the tank version here, because you also have access to boats and also planes within the exact same game. Now, obviously, I told you that it was great at Citra, but there are a lot of struggles you're going to encounter as a World of Tanks Blitz player. Because first of all, in World of Tanks Blitz, you are rewarded for playing aggressively. Usually, in World of Tanks Blitz, if you want to do your damage, you need to get first into position, you need to play really aggressively, using your armor wisely and your gun wisely to be able to maximize your damage. In Warthunder Mobile, if you play too aggressively, you're gonna die within the first 15 seconds of the game. You are here to adapt to your opponents, and as you do not spot them because you don't see shit, because it's not an arcade game, you are gonna struggle at the beginning. And guys, you can't imagine how much I raged playing this game at the beginning. Now I'm used to it, so now I rage a little bit less because I know what I'm supposed to do, but still, as a World of Tanks Blitz player, if it's your first time playing War Thunder or War Thunder Mobile, you're in for some pain in the ass. The second thing is that you will be forced to learn exact weak spots on tank. Why am I telling you this? At first, at low tier, between let's say tier 1 to tier 5, it doesn't really matter where you shoot on a tank. Usually, you will one-shot it regardless of what happens. But as you go above in tiers, you are going to encounter different tanks with composite armor. And the real struggle of composite armor is that if you don't shoot it at the right place, you are not going to do any damage. And it's really, really frustrating. So you need to learn how to one-shot tanks. And how do you one-shot tanks in reality? By shooting the ammo. So you will learn every single ammo rack on every single one of the tanks this game has to offer. So you better start now because there are quite a lot. Now, and another thing that I think interesting, but that is really difficult as a World of Tanks Blitz player, is that you will have to move from one position to another. Yes, you tend to do that as well in World of Tanks Blitz, but it's not necessarily the same, because in World of Tanks Blitz, when you do that, the whole enemy team is already spotted, you have the support of your teammates, and you already know if you do have the possibility of tanking a shot or not, if the situation needs it. Here in War Thunder, if you move from one position to another and you don't see an enemy, you're basically dead. And it makes it really frustrating sometimes, but when you are the one that is destroying the guy moving from his position, the joy, just the joy. Statistic now, this is a little bit of an in-between in this video. I was just curious because I couldn't find any information neither on the official War Thunder Mobile forum or even on the Reddit about War Thunder Mobile. I just want to ask you a question, guys, for those of you, because I know some of you are playing War Thunder Mobile. I just want to know if you think that on tanks I'm a good player or no, because I know that my kill death ratio is good because I'm sitting at like 2 or something like that. I'll just drop the statistics, but I don't know if it makes me, if it categorizes me into the good player category or just the normal +1. And I really need to know that because obviously I'm about to make videos on the game, so I better have some background in order to back up the information I'm about to give you guys. Now, something really interesting about the game, or at least what I really loved about it, is that the grind, to be honest, is easy. You are not going to struggle as long as you put some money. And I'm not talking about too much money. I feel like 20 euros for your whole grind should be enough, because with 20 euros at the beginning of the game, you should be able to get yourself a good premium, and at the same time get enough lions, which is the premium currency, if I'm not mistaken. Alliance or another name, I forgot. Basically, it will allow you to get your crew members to 100% directly at the beginning, because if you don't do that, you are going to struggle a little bit, especially on the survivability, because yes, it's an actual skill crew that you will have to grind up, and this is the very first one you need to grind up as well. And yeah, if you do that, you should be good for one hell of an experience, and it's definitely going to be worth it. Now, making money, once again, that's the third time we talk about it, but we're going to keep talking about it. It's a struggle, usually at top tier, because I unlocked the latest tanks in the game for a good game starting at 6 kills. You're going to make like what, maybe 40,000 credits, and you need at least 2 million to buy the latest tank in the game. So you do the math, it's going to take some time, and at the same time, as you have to resupply, and nothing is free. I mean, when you resupply, usually it's going to cost you around 20,000, so you're basically making a total profit of 20,000 per game. That's a lot of games before being able to unlock tanks. So yeah, it's a little bit of a struggle, but as the game is really fun, I don't mind for the moment. So overall, in my opinion, it's definitely a game changer because it's definitely not what I'm used to with World of Tanks Blitz. To be fair with you, it's a nice breath of fresh air because obviously of fresh air, not hair, air. To be fair, overall, World of Tanks Blitz and Warthunder Mobile are totally opposites, but it's so great to be able to play both. I'm not gonna lie with you, not trying to be cocky or anything, but World of Tanks Blitz, I mean, I know the game, I know how to play, I did a couple of ace tankers, and having a new challenge, a real challenge in Warthunder Mobile and trying to become the best at this game is actually a very interesting thing to do. And at the same time, it's hilarious to be able to destroy people while playing on a tablet. Because yes, Warthunder Mobile is not a game that is available on PC. You can still play it with a keyboard, and a mouse, which is what I'm doing, but through a tablet. You can't play it on your PC, even with an emulator. I tested everything and it doesn't work. So yeah, I had to resolve myself to buy a tablet, but gotta be honest with you, I do not regret it because when you play on tablet, you play against people on tablet as well. And let's be fair, when you have a keyboard and a mouse, you have a crazy advantage over people only using their fingers. So it's definitely worth it in my opinion. It's one hell of a game. I'm gonna do some content about it. I'm gonna do some content on World of Tanks Blitz as well. And I apologize if I was lazy these days, not making too many videos, but I had a crazy month. Just for the record, my best friend just got married and I was the best man. I went to Copenhagen not so long ago. You probably saw the picture in the community note to pay a visit to my Danish fellows. And yeah, I've been busy, but I'm trying to get back into the game. And do not worry, within 7 days by now, I should have enough connection to be able to stream again. And after that, I will regularly stream. I'll stream maybe one day Warthunder, one day World of Tanks Blitz. This way, we're gonna try the best out of the two worlds. And waiting for that to happen, I hope you enjoyed this little video. If you have any questions about Warthunder Mobile, just feel free to tell me in the comments. I will try to answer all of them because that would be cool to have some of my subscribers to play with me on this game because I actually have no friends in this game, unfortunately. And at the same time, if I did, we could play together. We could maybe create a clan. I don't even know if we can create clans actually. But yeah, let's say that it would be interesting to be able to play with you. Let's make it happen. Download Warthunder Mobile. Let's have some fun together. But brace yourself because when you're a World of Tanks Blitz player and you never touch Warthunder, it's going to be pain in the ass. Bye.